Hello everyone and welcome back. We're back again. Storm here.
Mom here.
Kimmy here.
We're going to be watching Scream 2. You guys have requested this and it's been a very popular request. We saw Scream 1 last year. We actually saw that with Tom and he's busy today, but Mom is joining us.
What fun.
And she agreed. She said that was fine. Last year, which is totally acceptable too. You did not want to watch it because we gave you that option, as well as this year. But you think you can handle it, even though last year we said you probably couldn't. Kim and I going in watching it, like, it was scary, but we think maybe you can handle it. And again, there's no rhyme or reason.
I'll take your word for it.
You're a tough cookie,
You're a tough cookie, and we watch a lot of scary things on the channel. I mean, not all the time, but Game of Thrones. Then we're watching Walking Dead, and amongst other things. So anyways, Mom agreed, so I'm happy she's here, even though she did not see the first one. We did explain a lot of the first one to her because she didn't really care. She goes, I don't care. We could just go right into the second one. And we are good at trying to stay in order. When we first started the channel, we were learning as we went, and we went out of order a little bit with Marvel, but then we started going in order with most stuff. So I hope you guys don't mind. It's either just Kim and I watching, but I thought it'd be fun to add Mom as well, and you thought that would be fun.
Might as well.
I hope it's going to be fun. We'll see, right, guys?
Yeah,
that's right.
We'll see.
I am curious if it's going to follow the first story. So we had Sydney. We found out that her boyfriend was the killer, and his friend were actually two killers. And they wanted revenge because Sydney's mom was cheating on Billy's father with this Cotton guy. So they ended up killing her mom and framing Cotton for her murder. So that was the biggest twist. And another fun game Scream plays is following horror movie rules, where they test you, be like, don't say I'll be right back, you gotta be a virgin, and all these other things that, you know, was kind of exciting to hear last time, because that one guy who was like nerdy and he really liked horror films, and he's like, oh, you gotta watch out for this, and he was saying all the steps, and you kept seeing those steps like a cliche horror movie, I guess. And that was fun to see. I believe he survived, and then the cop too, I liked him. He survived, but we were questioning that last time.
Right.
You know,
I do like the cop, yeah.
Yeah, I did too. So should we just get into this movie and we'll see what it entails?
Okay.
Let's do it.
Here we go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do it. So we're watching on HBO Max today. And this movie came out, I believe, in 1997, just to say that. Let me check again. Yes, 1997, horror mystery. It looks like Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, David Arquette, Jamie Kennedy, Timothy Olyphant, Sarah Michelle Gellar. If her name's cut off, but I'm guessing that's her because it looks like her. It's small. And I love her too. So, shall we?
Yeah. Michelle.
HBO Max, Scream 2.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, someone's flying overhead? What?
My God. She has a window right there in the shower.
Who is this?
God, it
Oh,
sounds.
boy.
Above?
Oh, God.
Holy crap.
Shoot!
Oh, God.
Uh-oh. I don't trust anything. You're not gonna close the door?
Oh, no.
That's on the list, right? Make sure your door's closed. Look behind you. Oh no. Listen up.
Uh-oh. Oh, scar right in the face.
Are you
Oh, the
kidding?
murderer is going to be
Listen,
right
no.
next to her.
Someone following them that knows who they are to sit right there.
God. Oh my God. Oh.
Oh my God, right there!
Oh my God,
way!
right there.
In front of-
Oh my God.
And everyone's screaming so they can't even hear her. Oh my
Oh
God!
my God, look at us.
See, now he sees
Her
it.
right there.
Gets
my
a
God,
thrill
he's
out of it.
stabbing
He's
me.
just copying the movie.
Yeah, he is.
They're gonna think it's part of the
And you're going to
show.
yell at her.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
right.
Oh my God. Oh.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? The to be stupid to pull this movie.
Yay.
All this free
Love her hair. Love that color.
Oh, yeah, no.
It'll break box office records. Dewey?
Dewey!
Well, I was hoping I might get just a few words with you.
Really? You just throw that at her?
Windsor College. Bitch.
Hey, deep breaths.
Oh, Sydney, share with us, please.
I know, I can't believe she's doing that again.
Yeah.
She needs to be knocked down.
Do you want to die tonight, Cece?
Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Gonna hung
Oh,
up?
boy. Oh.
Hello?
It might be more than one.
Hello?
Let me get out of the house.
Dark room. Dark room.
Right behind you. Jesus.
Scream.
God.
Who's calling?
Oh my gosh, he's
He
right
just
there.
came inside.
Oh God, he's. Oh, he's there. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Oh,
Don't go upstairs.
oh my.
Now jump.
You're going upstairs. No. Gosh.
No!
No.
Oh my God.
Oh! Flat.
Oh no.
Oh,
I'd like never answer a phone.
I know. Telemarketers or scream.
Yeah.
Ghostface.
Then why don't you show your face, you fucking coward?
My pleasure.
No.
Oh my
Are you
God.
kidding? Right
Oh,
there?
Oh jeez.
Oh my god, good. It's clumsy.
God, he's.
Don't wait. Go.
Stephen Orth.
Yeah, the first couple, Drew Barrymore.
Maureen Evans. Maureen Prescott. That's Sydney's mother.
Marine was Sydney's mom.
Number 2, death scenes are always much more elaborate. More blood, more gore. Carnage.
Yay, so we're gonna see.
Oh
Talking about
boy.
sequels.
I mean, granted, I should have read your book before I took this job.
Watch him be the
I'm
killer.
reading it now,
Yeah.
and woo, I read what happened to your last cameraman.
And like every job, there's a few drawbacks. But you're a professional cameraman. You've got to act
Oh
like one.
jeez.
Yeah, but I want
Bad drawback.
I don't want to be the news. Besides,
Nice
What's
and
gonna
loud.
happen
Watch
now?
out.
What's gonna happen now?
She's,
There's the ghost. There's the
Oh.
scream.
is it her just freaking
Oh,
out?
my God.
That's it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give me some coffee, donuts, Prozac. See if I can find some crack.
What's that?
Special KX, not Malcolm. And I'll be back when you guys start talking about something real saved by the bell. Alright?
Gail's not here.
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
Oh.
Deep in thought.
Graduation day, final exam. Am I close?
Closer than you think.
Oh,
Too slow, geek.
jeez.
Wrong guy, dead boy.
Oh yeah?
Dead
Well,
boy.
let's redirect the
Oh,
moment.
but when he
Mr.
goes up to somebody, he's gonna do it.
Huh?
The cameraman
Yeah.
left right before the phone call.
Oh,
Oh God, he's right there.
Oh my
It is.
gosh.
Don't
Is it
kill
the
him! Don't
cameraman?
kill him!
Oh
He went to
boy.
get a coffee.
No!
Oh, gross. We have to go. Oh, that's sick. Oh. Oh my God. Oh.
It might be him. I don't know.
Did he faint?
He might have.
Yes, yeah. Look like he fainted.
Wait right here.
Wait, right here?
Wait here.
There's a
No,
whole
wait,
thing
wait.
around it. Look at there's an
Oh,
open
God.
wall.
Someone should be with us.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, him. I don't trust him. See, I don't know. I don't trust.
We're not getting paid, okay? There's
trust
$10,000 each,
him.
not to mention Diane Sawyer. Hello.
Weird.
Oh my God.
Very, very heavy exposure.
Where is the cop?
He's touching her. Oh.
Woo. Right to it.
Oh my goodness. That was fast.
And right
There's a
now.
light baby.
Now.
It is. I had a feeling he was going to be there.
There he
Whoever it
is.
No one there.
Don't say that.
No, no, no.
Don't say that.
Oh
Don't
my
ever
God.
say that.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Don't put your ear against the door.
Door locked?
I know. You didn't even check that door.
Is there a phone?
Oh, he's in there?
Crap.
There I go.
What?
Here he comes.
Oh my god, now you're in a tight spot. Can you get out of there?
Now you're in a maze.
Boy. Oops.
Look, you heard that?
The door's probably locked.
I hope she makes it.
Honey.
Gail!
Oh no.
Oh boy, no, you're gonna say, don't make a sound. She said,
No,
"There you go."
don't!
No, there it goes, yep.
No, I'm so mad. Is there another way out?
Going
Grab, look
anywhere?
for
Come
something.
on, let's do something.
Grab a weapon. Grab a suitcase. I mean, have like
Something
shields.
there.
No!
Oh
my God.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, just like that.
Oh god.
Oh, crap. He's so strong to do this. Oh, he's gonna get Jersey Barrier.
Oh. Ew.
Ah!
You have to go over him.
Pull his mask off first.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Oh, he's gonna
Sweetheart!
grab you. He's gonna grab
What
you.
the hell? Oh my god.
Your leg is gonna get it.
I
You're
know.
done.
He's gonna stab her right in the back.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go fast.
Pull her out.
Go
Pull her out fast. Pull her out fast.
Quick, quick, quick. He's gonna pull and they're gonna do tug of war.
What?
Fantastic.
See, that was
He
messed
just
up.
wants the
No,
game.
she's gonna get it anyways. I had hope after
watch
that.
it, watch it.
Bam.
She's gonna get it.
She's gonna get it!
She got it. Ooh, I had a feeling. Oh,
Oh my god. Look at his hands are all bloody. No.
Oh, no.
He's not dead, is he?
oh boy.
No. Again? Yeah, see?
Yes,
Ding ding, you're
it's
right.
him.
Oh, it is
That
him.
sucks.
No, he's gonna kill you.
Oh, gotcha.
Wow.
Oh, it's her.
Weirdo.
Oh.
Billy's mother.
Huh. Psycho killer. No! Everyone's gonna die in this film.
Oh, come on.
Isn't Mickey supposed to be dead?
Oh, nice.
Gosh.
That was smart.
There's gotta be a gun roaming around.
Oh,
on, get it
comes
from
out of
her.
that.
No,
Someone
no,
come
no.
help.
Come on, something.
Prestige.
Yeah, don't shoot her.
Oh, good, she's still alive.
Can somebody get me out of here?
In the mist.
Oh, okay.
It always come back, right?
Come back.
Yeah. Let's go back once. Oh, he's
And
dead.
there he
Oh
is!
my god. Oh.
A live one? Who?
Is it Dewey?
Oh, I hope so.
Is it Dewey?
Oh, again! We thought he died and he came back.
Yeah.
He has a lot of lives, too.
I'll make a hell of a movie.
Yeah. It sure did.
So, I'm curious on how you both like this movie, but Mom, I'm really curious on how you felt.
Oh, God. It was jump scare for me. I was really, well, every time I turned around, scary. I was hiding my eyes a lot.
And a little violent. A little.
Yes, yeah, a little violent.
Ooh, you see that? Ooh.
Whoops, the doorbell.
All right, so we had to do a quick cut because an alarm went off for Dad, and we had to make sure he was good, or Mom did, and he's A-okay. So
Yes,
I am
he-
curious, Mom, on how you like this movie.
I liked it. It was good. It was scary. Jump scares and everything else, but hey, a lot of stabbing and all of that.
A lot of stabbing for sure. That's one way to put it.
God.
So it was pretty violent. I know you don't really like the violence and the gore so much, but I mean, it was a thriller too. Like there was
Yes,
a lot
it
of
was, yeah.
guessing, a mystery going on. Like we kept
It sure was.
getting paranoid trying to guess who was the actual killer, which I
That
thought
was
actually
that was
fun.
almost fun to try to
I
figure
had a
out who
feeling
it
it might have been
was.
that guy. Mickey, was it? I had a feeling it might be him.
Yeah, we were saying early on because we were kind of
I
blaming
said, I
everyone.
don't like him. I said, oh, he looks like he could be.
Yeah, and he was
Definitely.
really into movies. And what's your favorite movie? So I'm like, well, maybe it'll be someone who is obsessed with it. I didn't think it was going to be Randy, and I'm so sad that Randy died. But
Yeah, that was sad.
oh god, that's
Yeah.
Sad
sad.
they all died.
To have Mickey kill one of his good friends Well, I mean, he has no problem killing anyone.
Yeah.
But I
says
really
something about a
enjoyed the
person.
movie myself. I think the scariest part was with Cece when she was in that frat house all by herself.
Oh, yeah. That was
Yeah.
It was
Oh, my
frustrating. I'm like, try to call, make a phone call, try to keep calling. Yeah.
I know, and again, you never know what you're going to do in a situation, but
Yeah.
it's like a typical horror movie where you're
Mhm.
wandering around
right,
and you
my
make the wrong
gosh.
decisions, but what really is the right decision, too, because he might be around the corner when you try to escape.
Yeah.
Maybe he's trying to lure you outside first. We heard crashing inside, which made me think there
my
were
gosh.
2 bad guys, and I was like, okay, well, if you run out, you're going to run right into the other killer.
That's right, yeah.
But for her to keep going more into the house, like deeper and deeper,
Oh,
hearing the
yeah,
noise by
upstairs,
herself.
I said, whoa.
Yeah, I would just run outside and yelling, help,
That's
help,
right.
help, you know. Try to
don't
get
get
phone with
trapped
you. I
in
know
the
you don't have
house.
service, but grab something to defend yourself.
Yeah,
You know, especially
sure,
a knife
yeah.
or something, or something heavy.
Something, pick up.
I don't know, like even a fire extinguisher or something that's like accessible right in front of you. Just grab it. Have
That's right.
something for
Yeah.
defense.
Something.
You
Oh,
want to
sure.
block the knife? I mean, the killer really enjoyed using a knife more than a gun. I mean, it scared me when he had a gun at the end, because at least you have some distance with a knife unless he throws it at you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised to see about Deb, too. Basically reported to, I guess. She was a murderer, too.
To go that far, that was the biggest twist for me, because I did not
that
think
was
it
a
was going to
twist.
be
I was
her.
surprised about that.
And how
Yeah.
she was kind of like going to Gail and really looked up to her and wanted to be
Yeah,
like
that's-
her. And I was like, wow. So that really threw me off.
Right, yeah.
Like Joel, I liked him, and he was like kind of nervous, and
Yeah.
he kind of knew a lot of the history, and you know, didn't want to be there. And then the killer was in his van, and then he disappeared and had like donuts. So I thought, okay, well, he's playing this like nervous guy, like this innocent guy, but I'm like, he would probably be the killer.
Right, that's who I thought it was, just for that
Yeah.
brief scene, because he took off before the phone call came in, and then he died. The other guy dies in the van, so I'm like, oh, it's got to be
Oh,
him.
God,
Yeah, and
You know,
then the
for that brief
videotapes.
moment.
When they
Yeah.
were showing that, I'm like, oh, well, he's recording stuff. Isn't that his stash of videos? So,
Yeah, see
like,
that? That's
did
what-
he kill that couple in the beginning? But no, it was Mickey.
Mickey
So-
the
Yeah,
whole
that's for sure, my
time.
guy.
I kind of felt like Mickey was the guy, because when he sat so close to Sydney at the police station or wherever they were, he was just like sitting so close to her, and I was like, oh, you're hovering over too much. You just seem too
Yeah,
too into this too
Yeah.
much, and he wasn't very sympathetic to her. So I was like,
He was
yeah,
being
okay.
sympathetic, though. He was like, I'm here for you if you need anything. Like,
Yeah, but
that's
he's
what
kinda
kind of threw me
creepy.
off.
Right,
Yeah,
yeah.
but he was right in her face. So I was kind of
Mhm.
like, yeah, that kind of weirded
Too
me out a little bit,
overbearing.
too. And that was the only thing I think we were all kind of mumbling at that point, that, oh, maybe
Yeah.
he's the killer, you know?
Yeah.
But just the movie talk, I love that from the start when they're in their class about film, and, you know, they're just
Yeah,
discussing the
that's right.
different people they like and the stories behind them, what makes a good sequel, like kind of making fun of this sequel, and also having fun
Oh
of
my
what
gosh,
makes a
yeah.
good sequel, and they're all in on it. So it gives us these like ideas of what to look for, and they do happen in this movie for the most part. Like, oh, is it going to be good? Well, you need a more violent sequel. You need more surprises, more twists, and all these other things. And
yes.
so I was looking out for all of
Wow.
that. So we did have some pretty nasty deaths in this, and a lot of surprises.
Oh yeah, especially
my
that
gosh,
cop
sure.
that got that's
The
that
detective,
piece of
yeah.
metal right through.
Oh,
That was
wow,
like
yes.
probably the
skull.
nastiest one, I think.
Oh,
But
boy.
yeah, and a lot of things that happen in this, like, it was definitely exciting, it was scary, and it was so not drawn out, but there were so many things where it felt like it was in slow motion, and I kept yelling at the screen like, don't do that. And that's what happens in horror movies, right? It's so
Yes,
cliche
right,
that
yes.
way, where a
Go
lot of
that
people
way.
scared in movies like do things they shouldn't be doing, you know, and trying to climb over the killer. Like, I really thought when, you know, Cindy was
grab
climbing
her.
over the killer in the car, I'm like, oh, well, he's totally at least going to grab her and then kill her freaking friend, because twice, you think another person's going to be able to climb over him. Like, even when you get out, I know you're terrified, but if you're staying there and asking your friend, come on over, like, he's not sleeping peacefully. Like, he's knocked out, you know? Like, he's either going to wake up at any time or he's going to say knocked out. So at that point, I would have been grabbing one of those pipes that was near the car, and I would have been jamming that guy's head. Listen, really make sure he was injured, you know, to try to help my friend in some way, to make sure he knocked or, like, hit his hands at least, to make sure he didn't have a weapon in his hands anymore.
Yeah, take the weapons off, take his mask off at least to see who it was.
And that was suspenseful too. Like, she kept trying to do that, but in the moment of climbing over him, I'm like, that's not the time either.
Yeah.
Her poor roommate too that died. Like, I was so surprised that she got out of the car. I was like, there's no way he's going to stab her midway through. And nope. But Sydney had to go back to see who it was, which I don't blame her for, because then you're going to be more paranoid. Who is it? It's someone close to you who knows where you go and the people you're with.
Oh, geez,
and then there was moments where you thought something was going to happen, like when Sydney said, okay, she's going to go back on stage and do that performance, and then everyone's wearing those masks.
Oh, that's right, too.
And they're all funky, different white masks, and she's just having a flashback, and then, you know, I don't know about you, but I was thinking, oh, there he is, there he is.
Yeah, I heard you guys getting excited and
really trying to kill her.
Yeah.
And then even with the frat party with the with her boyfriend being tied up, and you know, he has to go through the motions because he gave her his necklace and he wasn't supposed to, but they had all their, you know, their little knives and their little fake knives because it's like a, you know, some kind of some kind of ritual they have to do, and I was like, oh, someone's gonna die here. But so those were good too.
I know it's Sydney's choice too, but I'm like, for her to be in a performance like that, I mean, she went through something very traumatic, and it wasn't that long ago. So for her to just go into that and people acting out and stabbing her, like, if I was in that performance doing the stabbing, you know, I would
with
feel
those
uncomfortable.
Masks on.
That's right.
I feel uncomfortable, because it just adds to her PTSD. Like, I just, you know, I know she's trying to move on from it, but I'm like, how ironic that she's in a play like that, of all things. And, you know, in that moment when she was, like, having these flashes of seeing the ghost face, I was like, okay. And at first I'm like, is he really there though? I'm like, that would be too obvious because they know who is there on stage unless there was an extra, which would be him. Otherwise they can pinpoint who the killer is, because, okay, well, these are the 7 people that we had in this performance, so who could have been doing that, you know? But right after the first one, I was like, she has to be freaking out, because I totally would be. You see a knife coming at you and they're all focused on her, and so that was really scary. And it's good to see Sydney in a sad way that, you know, like, it does scare her. Like, it did scar her. She's paranoid, and it brought back terrible memories. But she's still really brave. Like, she's still a fighter. Like, she fights to the end, and keeps thinking. She doesn't just freeze.
That's right. And
thank goodness for Cotton at the end too.
Yeah,
he came through.
You know, that was a great character, because we were so paranoid about him, and I was like, there's no way it could be him because he's really obvious. I mean, just to be hateful against Sydney for putting him into jail and falsely claiming that he was the killer and accusing him. So the only thing that red flagged me was when he was pushing her, not pushing against the wall, but kind of grabbing her and cornering her.
in the library.
And that was pretty aggressive. So I was like, okay, and then he's twitching, which was more for us, I guess, to be like, oh, look how unstable he is. But I'm like, oh, that's really creepy. I mean, you don't grab someone and kind of put your hand against someone's head like that because you're caging them in. Like, that's an aggressive move right there. And he kept doing things like that. And I get he probably does have some anger against her, which honestly I don't blame him, because he was accused of murder when it wasn't him, when he was innocent. But anyways, I'm glad he wasn't the killer, and he actually became the hero pretty much at the end.
He did.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she gave him credit for it too.
Yeah, so that was nice.
That's for sure.
That kind of gave them closure, you know, in a way, in a nice way.
It did. And I'm so glad that Dewey's okay.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
He totally looked dead.
Yeah.
God,
you know,
yes, he did.
I judged for a moment because it's fun for this movie because it's supposed to be unpredictable. There were things that were predictable because it was cliche on purpose, but there were a few things where Randy, I did not expect him to go. I really thought he was going to survive. I was worried about him in the first one because he was stabbed. We thought he died there. And his death in this one, I just didn't like it. I was sad to see him go, but that kept it as a surprise, you know, and I wish he had a better death. I just didn't like him getting pulled away into a van and no one sees it. And
I know it.
There's no fighting at all. Like, he's just pulled in and stabbed to death.
Yeah.
So that sucked, but makes for a good scary movie. Dewey dying, I was actually mad about that, so I am happy he survived, because in a horror movie, people die, and, you know, that's the part, that's how it goes, but you can't have all these good endings. It's supposed to be bad for the most part, I think. Right. So when Dewey died again, I'm like, really? And I had a moment of judgment being like, oh, here you have Dewey, who's like this nerdy guy, and he's liking this hot woman, and they got together a little bit last movie, and now this movie they got back together again, and he's injured and like handicapped a bit because his nerves were severed. So I'm like, oh, now they're going to kill off Dewey because, you know, he just can't get something good out of this. You know? So I'm glad that he did survive, though. That was good.
I am too, because as soon as he heard about Sydney and everything in the movie coming out, he flew to come see her and to, you know, keep an eye on her. And to go through all that just to help her and then to die, it's like, it would be so tragic.
Yeah. So, Kim, I have to ask you directly, did you like the first Scream better, or did you like this one better? The sequel or the first one?
I actually liked this one better.
Yeah.
Only because I know the characters more, and it was still a great whodunit kind of thing, you know, who's continuing this terrible thing of, you know, who's being the copycat. Because, you know, no one likes to, you know, hear about copycats, but, you know, this was a good copycat one.
Yeah. With two killers again. I was like, there's no way they're doing two killers again. I'm like, nope, they are.
Well, he needed the financing to go through college.
Yeah. So, again, Mom did not see the first movie, but you did not want to see it. And we talked about this time, and you were okay watching this one, because after watching our fair use version, you're like, yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. So she did see parts of it, and we did explain the story to her. We normally don't do that, but with horror movies, Mom's not really a fan. We get really scared, but it makes for good reactions, but we don't want to give Mom a lot of jump scares all the time. So anyways, I am really happy you joined us for this movie, Mom. I think, Mom, I don't actually know what movie you would have liked better, but usually you like the first movie of any trilogy, anything with sequels, you know, any movie that has an additional movie, you usually like the first one better.
This one was good.
Yeah, but you like this one, so that's good. Yeah. And now it's hard for me, because my first instinct before I asked you, Kim, was I like the first one better, because I was, I think, more scared in that one. And it's kind of setting the stage of what to expect and following horror guidelines. And this one, I was more prepared. And even though it was very sadistic, and I don't like violence, especially all the gore that we've been seeing, like, it kept me guessing, and I was already ready. I was prepared for it, where I almost had a lot of fun with it. So I wasn't as terrified as I normally would be.
Right,
kind of has that good mix of being really
Yeah.
scary, but a fun game to kind of guess, like a good mystery, too. With some silliness.
Yes, I agree.
That really silliness.
That's how I felt.
It does, yeah.
Yeah, so very good. And guys, I want to know what you thought of this movie, and thank you again, Mom, for joining us for this.
You're welcome.
I hope we didn't torture you or scar you, and you can sleep well tonight.
Let's see about that.
Rules to know, right? Like, always look behind you. If you're by yourself, don't go into a dark room alone. What did you learn?
What's up with that?
Grab a weapon and just look behind you, too. Just don't want to go in a dark room without being cautious.
I know, and they're looking around paranoid, but...
If I hear something upstairs, if I had an upstairs, you know, and I hear a lot of things in the house, I'm by myself, I would get the heck out of the house.
Yeah.
I'm going to stay in the house.
I mean, it's different now because we have cell phones, but yeah, I would grab my cell phone. I would have that with me. Usually I have it near me, though. I wouldn't be like, oh, God, I hear something over there. Let me go fumble for my phone over here, you know? So I would try to get out of the house first, but just to be safe, I'd grab my phone, and I would grab any kind of weapon, meaning any kind of solid object I can easily carry and swing, you know? And that's
definitely.
Just don't answer the phone when you're by yourself.
That's right.
You're watching a horror movie.
Right, I know, just because it'll jinx you. It's like they're just waiting for you to pick up. Oh, we're really going to kill you if you answer the phone.
Don't say, oh, we're by ourselves.
I know, she was like being too open, like, oh, who is this, CC? Like, oh, I'm by myself. She was saying all the,
Oh
you
my
know,
God.
Don't tell me when
the
you're by
things you don't want to
yourself.
tell someone. That was
Yeah.
bad.
Okay.
So lessons learned, and
Wow.
hopefully, well, I do know that there's a third movie, and I think something
Wow.
else that's similar to Scream, probably in the same universe. I don't know, but yeah. So
Oh,
hopefully,
jeez.
Oh,
They
of course,
learned-
There's just 3. Oh my goodness.
and those
Oh,
detectives, they
jeez.
didn't really do much. I mean, they were with Sydney the whole time, and they left her alone, and she got scared with cotton.
That's
And
right,
anyways,
yeah.
yeah,
I know.
So no one's gonna
Like,
He
yeah.
learn.
puts her right at the end of a wall.
But they
Here,
got-
stay right here. I'll be right
That's
back.
right.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Never say I'll be right back,
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
Whoop.
because eventually you won't.
You
So we
be-
won't say that when we say bye, guys. We won't be right back. We will be back soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy Halloween. If you want to check out the
Yes,
full reaction
indeed.
to this movie, watch the whole thing with us. You can check out the links below on our Patreon. If you're watching on our Patreon already, we love you guys too, and you really keep us going financially. So you guys are amazing. Love ya,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we'll see you very soon as always.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Give us a
Halloween.
like, subscribe.